What a great bout, man. Because this may sound cheesy. People are like, what the hell, the hell? I'll get to it. Hip hop won. This is the case of, oh my gosh, no, RZA won or DJ Premier won. Really, hip hop won because I was keeping score for like the first round. I was like, oh man, why did Premier do that? Oh, where did do that? Okay, was that? I was, oh. But then after we went halfway through and I was reading the comments and just looking at just people's reactions and I was looking at the amount of The Alchemist, Nas was there, Method Man was there, Ghostface Killer was there. I mean, the amount of people that were there, legends, guys that who you've probably never seen them in a light up like Bismarck, like the amount of hip hop legends that were just inside out. So people were like, oh my gosh, when was the last time you had so many of these hip hop personalities in this room? And some guys were saying that Jay-Z was in there, but he was using a burner account. Okay, he was in there, but he was obviously using some other kind of accounts. Everybody, so when I just saw that, I was like, no, 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 no. Why are you bothering about keeping score? Enjoy the moments, enjoy the beats. And then when they now went into the bonus, I think these guys played about 30 records. Because normally it should be 20. These guys could play 30 records. And they were still. They played 30 records, and RZA never played Cream. They played 30 records, and DJ Premier never played full clip. Two, some may argue two of probably the most popular tracks. They didn't even play, but they played 30 others, which is insane. Um, but if I was to give an assessment overall, I always felt that the only way that Premier loses is by this song selection or if he beats himself. So assessing it, this is how I saw it. RZA pretty much played everything. RZA played everything. Everything. He did everything. Like basically apart from Cream, I think it was just like hits after hits after hits after hits after hits. And I was like, boom, I know that track. I know that track. Another track. I know another track. For DJ Premier, there were a lot of tracks that people thought he should because like people kept on saying, oh, and Ansi up, Ansi up, Ansi up. But someone said, oh no, he didn't really produce it. As long as he co-produced it or had something to do with it, you can put it in there. Because if Scott Storch can do co-production, so can DJ Premier. Or maybe Premier thought, nah, I'm not gonna use that because I didn't fully produce that. So I thought that for Premier, some of his selections were a bit obscure. I think he should have really gone for all the hits. So he should have really had a heavy gangster presence because everybody knows those gangster tracks and everybody really respects them. So everybody knows those gangster tracks. Um, and then you then hit because again it was the Nas ones that he did were great and positioned well. The Biggie ones he chose were great and were positioned very well. The Jay-Z ones he picked were so I think whenever he got into the Jay-Z or the Biggie one, that's why I said, look, and this is what I even thought going through. What Razor's sound is very unique and is very raw. Like it's very hip hop, it's very raw, and you have to really give Razor credit for creating a very unique sound with minimal use of beats. Because I think what I love about Razor's production is it's not over elaborate. That's why sometimes, like for a lot of these producers, like a Kanye West or so forth, there's just too much happening. But for Razor, it's few weapons, boom. Basically, sort of it's like this. Some of these modern producers, they'll come to the battle with a sword, a mace, a lightsaber, a shield, a rocket launcher, and so forth. Rizzo will come to a battle with a dagger. Maybe a shield, but he'll come to battle with a dagger. But he'll make that dagger extremely effective. And he'll be much more effective than the guy with all of those weapons. So that's his Rizzo's production to a T. It's very minimal, but works really, really well. And so he does a lot with very little. But you see, for me, I think this way what the difference was. The tracks that Rizzo picked were amazing. But the issue for Premier, like Premier had an issue than Rizzo because for Premier, this guy has just done too much. Because really, Razor's obviously you saw like Razor dip into Kanye West, dip into a Jay Z and so forth, but he's really known for Wu Tang. Premier has done some amazing stuff for Nas. New York State of Mind is one of the best hip hop beats you'll hear. That's why I told you. So I'm so happy that Tidal has curated this. There was a Jay Z beat that I've never heard before, and some of those Biggie beats I've never heard before. So, and that's why I love the best thing about this whole thing is like, oh, did you do that? Oh, I've never heard that track before. Boom. So I now have. I'm just charging my what's it called? I'm charging my Bluetooth speakers right now, Bose, and I'm going to just listen to that full playlist and say, you know what, let's ride. Um, so the difference was, even if I felt that Premier should have gone for more known hits, you see, for me, because I'm very amateur, chill. I'm a very amateur producer, super amateur. I don't even sniff any of these dudes. I was listening to the production because Premier and Rizzo, you're not the rappers. This is about your production because you're not songwriters. See, this is not like a Neo or a Johnson Austin where like, you know, they produce the tracks and they write the songs and they tell the singer how to go through the song. No, for these guys, all you're there to do is just to produce the beats. The rapper is there. You may do a few coaching, but the rapper is there just to do his thing. I always feel that DJ Premier is arguably has to be one of the best hip hop producers of all time. I am putting him next to Dr. Dre because I don't care about popularity. Case in point, when he did the Royce the 5'9", and he said before that this didn't go platinum, this didn't go gold, it was not known, but people know about the song. As soon as he played that, I was like, ooh! I was like, yes, I know that track. And for me, I don't give a damn about popularity or charts. For me, don't give me sales, man. Give me good music. As long as me, I like the music. That's all I care about. I don't care about what the club's like. There've been some break tracks that the clubs have liked. So I just felt that when I was listening to production, Premier's production is on a different level. His production is on a different level, and how he just comes up with these concepts of beats is insane. Is absolutely insane, you know. So, and I said again, like for me, it depends what you're looking for. If you're going via just the songs and how good the songs are and so forth, then you'd give it to RZA. Because RZA, apart from Cream, he played everything. And his song selection was so pep. And he just went, it was like, nope, I'm not giving you any like boom, 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 boom. So all of DJ Premise was also great as well, but I don't think he played as many well-known ones as RZA. So when you saw the reaction in the room, the reaction on the room was greater for RZA more so than Premise. So RZA would have edged him on there. But if you just go based on quality of production, then Premier is on a different plane. Because every single time, because for me, I was not even really listening to the track. I was like, my, that's beat. What the hell? Oh my God, what's this? You know? And see the piece, and this is why this thing is so special. Because like for the first 4 or 5 tracks, RZA's sound was horrible. But luckily, shout out to Parks, who's the engineer for DJ Premier, who sort of sorted out his sound and so forth. But even when RZA's sound was bad, people and remember, this is through your phone, and I connected to my speakers, and the sound is just not great. But people, it's so funny when people were saying like even when the sound was decent, I'm sure a lot of youngsters were like, the sound is so bad. I'm like, you youngsters, because so many of the people who are older grew up with tapes. Because I remember tapes, because I was born in the late 80s, so I remember tapes, because CDs came like mid 90s. Mid 90s, and even when CDs came, it was still CDs tapes. So if you remember tapes and how they sounded, bro, the sound is not that. It's not that's different from your tape sound from your Walkman. So it felt so much more hip hop and so much more authentic that the sound was like that, man. But the fact that these guys went 30 rounds and could have kept on going, because I think Riz's wife was just like, hey, and the way we say they have to do a part 2. Like this has now changed. Obviously, look, I'm looking forward to what's I think it's Babyface against Teddy Riley and so forth. And I think Swiss and Simpson, there's another crazy one coming through. But what that night was special. That night was special. And I think put this RZA reminded people that he has done amazing stuff and has left a very important imprint on hip hop. I mean, his imprint, and I think because people thought it was going to be trashed, but once you just heard what RZA did, you're like, oh my gosh, man, this guy was special, and this guy was unique. And Premier reminded people, in case they didn't know, but I think Premier reminded people, especially those, because I think the bulk of the people that came in were due to RZA, because Premier is nowhere near as well known as RZA. Wu-Tang is, Wu-Tang is the most famous hip hop group of all time, and they're arguably one of the most famous music groups of all time. I don't give a damn about the Beatles or whatsoever. The Wu-Tang are the most famous group globally of all time. So, but I think the people who would have come in for RZA and so forth would have been like, wait, who is this Premier dude? Because so they would say like, wait. So this is so great because now people now dig into Premier's catalog and be like, bro, this guy has done some amazing stuff and created some insane beats. So yeah, man, quality battle, amazing battle, and one, I won that part B, man.